Enmity is a great hostility that has caused great destruction in families, in nations, and even in the entire world. Today's conversation, we look at the concept of enmity and the various causes of enmity and how we can be able to overcome enmity. Destruction in the physical world starts in our minds. In fact, guns do not kill. People kill. Your mind kills. Today, we look at how we can format our mind so that we can avoid the destruction in the world following the intense hostility in the world. When we think of enemies, we think of people that are far away from us. But today, I wish to remind us that enemies are within us. If you don't deal with the enemy within, you cannot be able to deal with the enemy without. There's a popular American cartoonist who once said that we have found the enemy and the enemy is us. One of the greatest things I've learned about enmity is that we normally hate other people the same degree that we hate ourselves. We equally love other people the same degree as we love ourselves. Before you take a dagger and stab someone, or before you take a gun and shoot someone, you equally hate yourself, and you could do the same atrocity to yourself if given a chance. Since destruction occurs in the minds of men, it is the same minds of men that we need to erect the ramparts of peace. We now look at the various causes of enmity in the world. The first cause of enmity in the world is superiority. Superiority or the supremacy is a tendency to feel that they deserve more than other people. While it is human to like to rule and dominate, it is important that you understand the limits beyond which you don't go in as far as you want to rule and dominate everything around you. Supremacy is not a problem only in the political arena, but also in the family setup and even in the organization setup. Look at your family. There's that sibling who always want to be more vocal than all of you. Look at the political arena. There are people who feel that they deserve to rule the nation than other people do. The second major cause of enmity in the world is hatred. Hatred is that dislike. Remember, all of us do have our space in the world. So there is no reason why you should dislike other people. Give them their space. They need an opportunity to do what they were created to do, whether you like it or otherwise. The next cause of enmity in the world is anger. In my previous conversation, I looked at the various types of anger, and therefore you can always get back and review the various types of anger and how you can be able to avoid them effectively so that you avoid enmity with people around you. Another cause of enmity is the evil utterances and even curses that people make. These careless utterances can make people angry, or they can make people use that against you. Before you say anything, look at the two-filter test. The first filter is it true? The second filter is it important? One evil statement that is posted on a social media can ban an entire country or even an entire world. Great destructions in the world never began with many people. They began with one person spread the wrong message to the people who responded foolishly and destroyed their whole world. Lastly, there are harmful activities that you can engage in and people look at you as their enemy. So consider the societal likes and dislikes before you do anything. The moment you deviate from the societal norms, then you become an enemy by default. One of the greatest strategies that we can use to overcome enmity in the world is by identifying the real enemies. Real enemies are threats to humanity. These include diseases, corruption, hostility. These are our real enemies. Let us not fight people. Let us fight issues. The moment we deviate from issues and we start fighting people, we cannot end hostility and destruction in the world. Remember, we don't fight people. We fight issues. I hope you've been inspired to identify the real enemies in your life and direct your effort towards fighting those issues and not individuals. Remember to like, share, subscribe, comment, but above all, remain tuned.